I first became interested in surfing in 1964, and the spring of '65 is when I really got into it. A buddy of mine who has since passed away, Jim McKay, got me started, and we would get his brother to take us down in his brand new Mustang. Man, we thought we had it made, and he'd just drop us off down about 100th Street, and we go scrounge through the bus. At that time, Thumper Miller was running the bus for Bill and George. And man, it was just to see all those boards in there and to just, you know, get your hands on one and then go lay on it in the water. Well, the way I feel about it, you knew right away when you got on it that that's what you wanted to do. It was just like magic. And I can remember all that summer saving my pennies just so I could buy my first surfboard. And I bought it, it was just after Christmas of '65, and I went to Bill Wise's house in Harrington, and this was after Bill's accident, so he was paralyzed, and I go to the back door, and he and Rosalie greeted me, and he pointed to the garage, and I went in there, and I believe the old truck, the big old truck that he and George used to drive around, was still outside there. But when I go in the garage, man, it was like a candy store. It was like they were like lollipops, you know, just all kind of the same shape and everything, 9/6s everywhere, just a different color. So I got the color I wanted and loaded it up in a two-door sedan with it sticking out the side windows, and off I went. Of course, I was too young to drive then, so my older brother had done that for me. But man, it used to be great. I can remember just hanging around the shop, just the smell of the resin and just everything about it was magical. I lived down at Ocean City off and on then as a kid, mostly in the summers, but it was fun to go. You know, our usual spot was around 78th Street. Of course, we like 62nd Street, but 78th Street crew, we had about 15 of us that I had gone to high school with, and some other guys that I knew from Ocean City. Ted Green was one of them. His mom and dad had Greenie's Market in Ocean City. We used to tear the Jim Kane signs off, or the real estate signs off. They were round, and use them for skimboards, and we'd get about 15 guys to grab you and pull you around and crack the whip to see if we could destroy somebody or put them out of commission. Just a really good time, a lot of fun with just the guys being together and everybody surfing. Seemed like it didn't even really matter what the waves were like. You just wanted to go out and get wet and have fun, stay out there all day long. You'd surf for a while, and then you'd go to one of the little stores nearby and order a cup of water and a wedge of lemon, and that was your lunch. You'd see the crackers laying on the counter. But yeah, all in all, it was just a really good time to be a kid and to grow up and to get into surfing. I really started skateboarding as a kid, you know, when I was pretty young, and had a lot of different places. And man, I used to think I could really tear up a skateboard until you see some of the guys now. I thought, man, there's nothing else you can do on a skateboard. And then the next kid comes along. But to do a whole slew of 360s, I thought I was tearing it up. But we had a place in Salisbury called Bear Hill, and it was just a really steep hill near the zoo, and at the bottom of it was where the bear cage was, and it was surrounded by these pilings. So when you went down Bear Hill, you either made it or you didn't. And there was a trash can at the bottom, so if you didn't make it, there was always some dirty napkins in there to clean the blood off your knees with.